shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
What's going on, people? What is going on? It is Monday afternoon. We have Aston Villa away on Tuesday. So I brought in my boy Rams to talk about this game, chop it up, and preview the hell out of this game. What's going on, Rams, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm really good. Obviously, this weekend hasn't been that great. Personally, for me, I know people were saying that I was hiding. No, I was actually genuinely sick. I didn't put my camera on because I was very, very sick and very ill. I still can feel the effects of it, but we move, man. We got a preview to do. That's all I got to say.
100%. You know what I mean? And if you're available for every show and you miss one, I don't really see how you're hiding. It doesn't make any. I've seen people hide a lot worse, bruv. So let the haters hate, bruv. As I said to you off camera, bruv. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing nothing right, bruv. It's just how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Before we get into it, as you can see on the banner, as always, people, our wonderful sponsors, Fans Bet, are sponsoring this show and sponsor our channel. And through them, in the link down below in the description, which you can smash straight after this game, you can make a £10 bet and get £30 back plus 10 free spins, guys. There's also a chance for you to get 200% boost on your bet. So get down there and do that right now, guys. We're really, really proud to be a Fans Bet. They're a brilliant company, do some great odds. And they give you guys special Kop-Ish odds as well, which we release on our Twitter page on a regular basis just before games. So make sure you stay tuned to that because we will have some specials coming out for the games that are going to be midweek, especially the Liverpool game. So make sure you stay tuned, guys, and check that out. As I said, Fans Bet is in the description, guys. Sign up now. Get it done. All right, bro.
Can I ask you a question, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
I watched the Prem panel show. Is the stuff that Dap said about you saying congrats to Man City true?
No. Which is what was so upsetting that they just believed it straight away. I mean, come on. He tried to divide and conquer, and he did, bro. And they just believed him straight away, bro. You know, when you're like, hold on a minute. Like, if somebody came to my mum or my brother or someone in my family and was like, yeah, drifted this, they'll be like, no, he didn't. Because they got they know they got my back. These lot were like, oh my days. I was like, you know what, look.
Don't gonna lie. My parents are a little bit gullible like that. If someone says Ram did this, Ram did that, they'll also ask me, like, did you do it? And then you say, don't lie, did you do it? I'm telling you, they are gullible like that. Because most of the time they think I'm lying. They think I've done something wrong. And like, I'm like, no, I didn't. I categorically did not do that. And I had to ask them, who told you? And then we have to settle it from there. But yeah, it's a bit mad. I didn't think you had the capacity. You did not have the capacity to do all this stuff. But yeah, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is, man. I mean, I still can't believe people think reality is negative, but it's your world. You're allowed to live in it, innit? It is what it is. Speaking of all of that, before I get into the preview, just briefly, I want to throw a little bit of, news, and let's just talk about that. But look, I grew up loving the guy, as a player. Then he became a manager, and he became a wonderful manager. So when we're having a non-biased conversation, I'll back him because that's just how I am. I'm a very football-headed person, so I can take my emotion out of it while we're trying to be level-headed. Even with things like David Beckham being the best free kick taker, in my opinion. He was a Man United player. I hated the guy, but I can still take my emotions out of it and be like, look, other than Janino, possibly, I've never seen a greater free kick taker than David Beckham. He was just sensational. I don't care if he played for Man now. We're talking football for the moment. But if you want me to put my bias hat on and then have a conversation, Pep Guardiola is a salty prick. And like, let's just quickly discuss what he said, bro, because I've never heard so much doo-doo flying out of somebody's mouth in my life. How long has he been in England now? Is this not his 6th year in England? And he's still
his fifth year in England.
and he's still not aware of the fact that every single team in the entire league hate Liverpool and the Liverpool fan base. What is wrong with this guy? You can't just say things. You can't just say things like you're on national TV, big man.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
in front of millions of people. You can't just say things.
I genuinely believe that what's it called? He's trying to build a siege mentality. He's trying to make this fake reality. I swear to God, it's called a fake reality. I'm calling it fake reality, where everyone in this certain reality is against City. No one wants City. They all love Liverpool. They all love Liverpool's players. They all pick them for PFA Player of the Year, which is not true because I think Ruben Diaz won it last season. Debatably won it. It should have been Harry Kane, in my opinion. But he's trying to build this mentality, and it could work. It could work, but it can also backfire. It can backfire very badly because people will just say you're being salty, and that's when Pep gets a little bit, big for his head and decides to do something stupid. So we'll have to wait and see. But if he is trying to build a siege mentality, then fair play. But in the end, I would use certain words, but I'm not going to use them. I don't have the same affinity as Drifty. I have a lot to say about Pep Guardiola, which we might get onto in a members video.
That'll be. But like I said though, bro, is there any point doing a members video now, even though we plan to do it this week? Because I'm just going to be on you lot's side now, the salty prick. I'm going to have to let the dust settle, bro. I'm going to have to, you know what I mean? I'm going to
You have to live in nostalgia, man. Nostalgia bias, isn't it? You just
bro. No, you know that when you break up with a girl and then you hate her in the moment, but then I don't know, you might be looking through a photo album later or something. You start remembering why you loved her. I'm gonna have to do that somewhere down the line. I'm gonna have to start looking through the photo album and try and get back those memories, because right now I'm just thinking, you prick. What? Don't allow the soul. Allow it, man. So it is. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but you know what? I know it's obviously very early, so everybody knows the nature of the beast. This isn't really a show for kids. Fuck Man City, right?
Jeff,
that's all it is.
Just a quick question, yeah. This is purely off topic about going back to the free kicks of Beckham. Some guy called El Silva put it in the chat. Would you say Ward-Prowse is better at free kicks than David Beckham? Because the guy is like.
All right, here's the argument I'll have to why not. Even though I think Prowse he's levels. He's a phenomenon. He's the modern day David Beckham.
Yeah.
And I mean, no disrespect to him or Southampton. I need him to take pressure free kicks for me to know just how good. Because we know he's got the technique. That goes without saying. But let's be real. Trent has the technique, but he barely does anything with it. Because I think the pressure gets to him. I've been really racking my brain on the whole Trent thing. And even though pressure doesn't get to Trent too often, I think when it comes to taking the set pieces, pressure gets to Trent because his technique is almost flawless. Why is he so bad at taking free kicks? It has to be the pressure. It's got to be the mental thing. I reckon in training, he's whipping them in the top corner all day, bro.
Yeah.
So I need to see Ward-Prowse be taking England versus Greece last 5 minutes. I need those type of penalties.
Because the only,
you know what I mean?
The only free kicks I remember of Beckham for England was England v Greece, and if you remember, it was a winner against, I think it was Ecuador in 06.
I was going to say in the World Cup group stages as well. Yeah.
So knockout round of 16. The round of 16 it was. So yeah.
Oh, was it the round of 16? I thought it was in the groups. Was it in the round of 6? That makes it even more important. Then.
Yeah, exactly. And it was the only goal. So yeah.
I mean, and obviously David Beckham did winning free kicks against Tottenham in league games that was trying to win the league and real pressure games. David Beckham was hitting those free kicks in pressure moments. Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man.
Yeah, it's one of them ones. First super chat of the day from Chris. Big up yourself, bro. Says Pep is salty that no one cares about Man City when they win because they're expected to. Sports washing. Convinced he secretly loves us like Jose. Bro, I reckon he does as well. I'm not even gonna lie.
I don't think Jose loves us, man. I don't think he loves us.
Jose wanted to be Liverpool manager. A lot of people don't know the story.
I know, but we picked Rafa over him. But I don't.
Yeah,
I think
and that's why he's been salty ever since, bro. But we're like the girl that got away from Mourinho. He wanted to be Liverpool manager more than he wanted to be manager of any other club in England, bro. Don't get it twisted, bro. So now the reason why he hates us is because he loved us. It's that whole school playground thing, isn't it? Where you bully the girl you like. Well, no, I never did that, but that's what they say, innit?
Yeah. We just to let everyone know, we do not condone, and we have never done that in our lives. Thank you.
No, but apparently that's why people are horrible to girls, because they like them. You know what I mean? One of those ones. That's what Mourinho's doing for us, bro. You know what I mean? I reckon secretly Pep wishes he was Liverpool manager. I genuinely, I do. I reckon if you gave it 5 years and he was asked to come back, he would jump at the chance.
We got the heritage, man. We got the heritage. Man. That's all we got to do. Man.
And remember, he's the type of guy who's used to being at Bayern Munich and he's used to being at Barcelona, where you couldn't get more heritage. Let's keep it a buck. You couldn't get, I think Real Madrid and Liverpool and AC Milan are the only 3 teams that can come into the conversation and Man United, who've got more heritage than Barcelona and Bayern Munich.
Ajax as well.
Yes and no, because they don't have the European pedigree in like the last 30, 40 years. But I get what you mean. I do get what you we'll put Ajax in there. You're right. We'll put Ajax in there.
Yeah.
We'll put them in there. But I'm talking about like being right up there. It's the reason I'm putting Man United in there, because of their achievements in England. But even on the European stage, they're not like Bayern Munich has 6, Liverpool have 6, AC Milan have 7, Real Madrid have 13. That's heritage.
Barca have 6, 5.
I think it's 5 for Barca. I think it's 5 for Barca. Yeah, which even then is huge. But then you go to your Man Uniteds and your Inter Milans and all those other clubs that are massive clubs, and Ajax and that, but they've only got like 2, 3. So that's not bad. But
don't put Juve in the conversation. Juve are known for bottling Champions League finals.
But Juve's got 3 or 4 Champions Leagues though, right?
Now, but they've lost their last 5, I think. It's something mad like that. They've lost their last 5.
They're the most successful Italian club. So I guess you do have to put them in there.
Yeah. I mean,
if you're going to put Inter in there, you got to put Juve in.
I'll put AC Milan in there over them for me.
I think they've got more league titles than AC Milan, no?
Yeah, but how many Champions Leagues do they have? I think
it's 2 or 3, and AC Milan's got 7, isn't it?
Exactly.
So, yeah. Anyway, we'll finish that up on a Monday night show when the boys jump in, because we could probably talk about that for another 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes, that salty prick. But anyway, let's get on to the game, bro. Aston Villa away. I said it before, bro. And nobody could ever answer me this question. They just kept on saying that I'm being negative. But I kept asking this question because I think it's a fair question. So I'll ask you this question, even though I don't even know whether you believe or don't believe in the whole quad and all that, which I want that whole talk to stop now as well. After 3 games we've got left, we've actually got the same team. But we've got Southampton away and they've got West Ham away. But we both got Aston Villa and we both got Wolves, right? So when everybody kept saying to me, Wolves will beat them. I'm like, yeah, but we've got Wolves as well, right? So you flip it, we've got Wolves at home final day, they've got Wolves away. I'll say Wolves away is a more difficult game. We've got Aston Villa at home. They've got Aston Villa away. Some people may say Aston Villa played better away. But I will always still say it's harder to go to a ground than for a team to come to your ground. So, if we both got to play the same teams, and Southampton away are no mugs, by the way. I know they might be on the beach at the moment, but has nobody been listening to me all year? Southampton throw crazy results in against big teams all the time. They just do.
It's touch and go with them. Sometimes we either annihilate them or we struggle against them. That's Southampton.
I remember Haselhüttl crying on the side after taking 3 points off us. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So, if we both got 2 out of the 3 teams the same, why will we win those games and Man City won't? I'll ask you this quickly, Ram.
One word. Actually, 2 words. 2 words. I'll put 2 words in there. Anfield Road. Because Wolves and... What's the other team again? Wolves and who?
Villa, but we've got Villa away, remember?
Oh, Wolves and Villa. The one thing, Wolves is at home. That's all. That's the one thing we're hoping that's gonna get us over the edge against Wolves, because they have to go to Molineux, and their record at Molineux is not very good. Because when we won the league title, they beat them at Molineux. When we got 98, 96, 97 points, they drew against Wolves. So I can't remember last season's game though. So you have to help.
I mean, that was when Adama was there, though, right? And his pace on the counter attack. They don't have that anymore.
That is true. That is true.
They can't finish their dinner. I don't know.
I mean, against Chelsea, they did pretty well. You know, they did pretty well.
They did, but they were still 2-0 down, and Man City's not letting them back in that game.
That is true. There's that as well.
Do you know what I'm saying? Man City's not letting them back in that game. But you know, as we'll talk about later on tonight, which I know is going to get very heated. Remember to tune in at 7:00 tonight, for the Monday night show. I know it's going to get heated, but Man City can actually lose a game and still win the league. Literally. Their goal difference is 4 better than ours now. After Newcastle rolled over and laid down, and who was the team before that did that? Was it Leeds, right? Leeds and Newcastle have let them catch up 5 goals and go 4 goals ahead. Absolutely disgraceful from Leeds and Newcastle to just bend over so easily.
How did Leeds were actually quite good for periods of the game, and they still let 4 in.
I tell you what, as well, you see Ayling, I want somebody to go and check his bank account or his offshore accounts and see if he made a bet for Leeds to be reduced to 10 men in the first half, because somebody's got to explain to me what he was doing with that.
Why the hell did you do that?
Oh, my days.
What was the actual point? What was the actual point of doing that? Because Martinelli, you know what? You could have just, you didn't need to go 2-footed. You could have just slid in, and then it would have been, you got the ball. That's the thing. So, but you had to go in 2-footed. I think he deliberately wanted to hurt him. I think he did. I don't want to think like this, but there was no reason for him to go 2-footed like that.
Yeah, I think he was trying to do him. I'm not going to lie. I think he was trying to leave one on him. The fact that it was even off the pitch almost gives absolutely no explanation for the tackle. Like, but anyway, we'll chop that up on the Thursday show when we've got KG in the building and we can actually ask him what's going on. But yeah, so onto the preview now, bro. Aston Villa away, Stevie G. He must be the most conflicted man on the planet right now, because he must be thinking to himself, I have to respect the club I manage. I have to respect the people who I work for. But if there's any chance at all that Liverpool win the league, I have to give the 3 points to them. And let's go on the weird premise that everybody has, that Man City are going to drop 4 points in the next 2 games. Let's say they lose to West Ham and they draw with Wolves.
That's not going to happen.
I know, but let's say they lose to, no, let's be more realistic. Let's say they draw with West Ham and they draw with Wolves. Imagine if Stevie G took the point off us that stopped us winning the league.
I can't. I don't want to. I can't hear that, man.
Can I ask you how you would feel about that? Do you believe Stevie G has a loyalty to them or to us?
It's like, you know what? I put it this scenario. It's like you and your wife have been separated, not like divorced or anything. Like she was gone. She comes back and slaps you in the face after 5 years. After 5 years of not seeing each other, she comes back in your doorstep and slaps you in the face. That's how it will feel. I'll feel so. I was like, the woman that you love, you haven't seen her for 5 or 6 years, and she comes back home and just lays one on your face. I'm like, oh my god, no. I don't want to see. I don't want to see it.
And then gets into somebody else's Mercedes.
Oh my days.
Drives off.
No.
Wait, I don't know, but again, he's paid by Aston Villa, and I do think it would be very harsh for anybody to be judgmental on him for doing what he's meant to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to help it, though, innit? That's the thing. We're not going to be able to help it. But I would definitely say he's pretty harsh if anybody holds it against him. But look, we'll get into that. But yeah, he's a very conflicted man right now. I tell you that. So
literally,
here's my opinion. I don't know if I should say this out loud.
Say it out loud, man.
Yeah, but I can't always be drift, you know what I mean? I can't always be honest and speak with honesty because people can't.
We'll chop it off. We'll chop it up. We'll chop it up. It's fine.
People aren't ready for honesty.
Like, just say it, man. Just say it. It's fine. It's fine. I think we're in that situation where it's like we could do with anything, man.
All right, here it goes. Fuck it, innit? Because the league is so far-fetched now, I think dropping points in the league now is kind of irrelevant. And I think hindsight, being a bitch, we live with that when it comes to it. So with that being said, I want to win the last 3 league games. Of course I do, 100%. But I would take any risk in resting players in the league now, because the 2 important games for me are the FA Cup game and the Champions League game. So when I look at how tired Robbo is, when I look at how poor the performance from Trent was, when I look at 1 or 2 other players who I don't want to mention because people are going to start having agendas against them, who aren't performing as well, or they're not looking as thingy, I'd rest them in this game, because I would hate to win the Aston Villa game and lose the FA Cup game. And now, and as I said, I can already see a lot of people disagree with me. That's fine. But the Chelsea game at the weekend is an actual trophy. The Aston Villa game only means something if a whole lot of other variables go in our favour. Why be concentrated on something that is not within your power? Why? What that would be, what that's like for me, to give you an analogy, is instead of going to work and working hard and striving to do the best I can do, to be the best I can be, to earn the money I need, I just keep buying lottery tickets and praying that I win. Now, I'm sorry, I'd rather go to work and work hard and actually know I'm guaranteed the money that I'm working for and I'm trying to earn. Yes, I might win the lottery. There's a 1 in 4 chance I'll win a scratch card. So I could just keep buying scratch cards, those 100 grand scratch cards, trying to win one. So 1 in 4 chance I might win. But there's also a 3 in 4 chance I won't. And at the end, I'm going to be homeless because I couldn't pay the rent. So I'd rather just go to work, bang out the hours, and know I've got guaranteed money. That's how I look at this. Let's win the trophies we can win because they're in our control. And let's not concentrate on something that is a complete faith and hope of what the outcome is. So that being said, and again, if there's anybody who's going to try and twist what I'm saying, I would, of course, love to win all 3 Premier League games and put the pressure on just in case, 100%. But I'm taking all the risks we need for squad rotation in the league games, personally. So I don't know if you agree with that, bro, but
I'll tell you what, a lot of people in the comments do agree with you.
I'm seeing, yeah, at first I saw a bit of pushback, but now I'm seeing a couple of people get where I'm coming from, yeah.
The reason, yes and no. The reason why I wouldn't want to throw the games away, because I want this winning mentality to keep on going. We just had a draw. I want us to win again. I want us to have that feeling of winning, going to the FA Cup final, winning games when Chelsea are struggling to win games. I want to go to that Real Madrid final knowing that we have won all the games that we had since that Tottenham game. We won a trophy. We won 2 domestic trophies minimum. So for me, I think our squad is good enough to rotate and still win games. I think, but
that's what I was going to say. But I was going to say, is our squad not good enough now that rotation shouldn't really mean we can't win either?
The Newcastle game is facts of that. Facts of the matter. Newcastle game, we rotated heavily and we got a win. We arguably should have got a 3-0 win because certain players in our attacking lineup were a little bit greedy that game. They didn't want to pass to each other. We didn't win that game 3 or 4-0. So
yeah, we
have the squad to rotate, but that don't mean that we don't win these games. We can still win these games even though we're rotating. So
the people who are coming in are very adequate replacements. We're not talking about any mugs here. We're talking about very adequate replacements. Do you know what I mean?
They've proven themselves. They've proven themselves.
They truly have. They truly have, bro.
And even though, like, I want to get your take just quickly back to the Spurs game.
Mm.
Do you think Klopp made a mistake not putting Origi in the game?
You're asking me, bro. Not playing Origi full stop is a mistake, bro. But in a game when we're chasing, look, I know a lot of people have had a lot of problems with me with my Origi agenda. What pleases me though is that most people have come round to realizing that I wasn't wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say everything I said about Origi was right, but at least a lot of people realize I wasn't wrong when I was talking about how important he can be to us and how he does offer something that nobody else in our team offers, and he should be given more opportunity. And if I'm being honest with you, Ram, I can think of about 10 games this season when I think Origi should have been given more of an opportunity. He just wasn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Klopp was doing. I have no idea why he didn't bring him on. And the thing that annoys me more than anything is the Everton game was only 2 or 3 games before this. And the proof was in the pudding right there that a team very similar, albeit Tottenham have way better attackers than Everton, but the principles of their game is very similar still. Mm-hmm. And we watched what Klopp worked out and did to beat Everton. And he didn't just go and do the same thing to beat Tottenham. I don't get it. Like, that well wasn't dry. Keep going to the well till it's dry. Like that, and I know a lot of people have a Naby agenda, so people will look at it like we're talking about Naby the individual when we're saying this. We're not talking about Naby the individual at all. Bringing on Naby Keita was arguably the worst decision Klopp's made all season.
It was the most riskiest decision because we took off Fabinho. So literally,
not even just risk. I think it was just. And do you want to know what? Looking back on it, I think substituting Henderson was a terrible decision. Looking back on it now and looking at Flacco and how Flacco wasn't exactly having his greatest game, and Henderson's got better legs to get back from a counter attack, I would have gone Hendo back into the 6 and I would have brought Flacco off, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure again that'll be another Monday night topic that I'm sure we're gonna chop up.
We'll get to these super chats, man.
Yeah, we will, man. Big up Sultan for your super chat, bro. Diaz, Stones, and Walker out for the rest of the season. Let's wait and see if that's bluff, by the way, because they've said these things before and they weren't true. So let's see about that. Let's hope we win our games and they lose against West Ham. But now the goal difference is a problem. It's a massive problem, bro. Massive problem. And Azim here, big up yourself as well, bro. Says, I understand you, Drift, but momentum is important, which is kind of what you just said, Ram, as well, to be fair.
It's winning mentality, man. Winning mentality is important. But I know we're going to segue onto another thing, yeah. But one of the guys that I want Liverpool to sign in midfield scored a brace yesterday, Sandro Tonali. Oh, that guy is a baller.
Do you know something?
The Milan guy, because
he's coming up clutch, ramming this title race. Oh my days! Did you see him finish the other day?
What I've seen in that game is what our right centre midfield is meant to be doing, pressing from the front and moving into those advanced positions. This guy could be a very good option if we sign him. I'm telling you.
So what would you like him to be the Salah backup player then?
No. I would like him to be the midfielder, the right midfielder, right centre midfielder. Because
I don't know if he would suit our midfield in the way we play. But I get what you mean, as in from an attacking point of view, he's a brilliant threat. But do you think he could fit into our style though? The high pressure, high press. Remember the right side player's got to cover Trent. I don't know if he could do all of that stuff.
I don't know about that, but
from an attacking point of view, you're right though. He's a brilliant player.
I still think he has the capabilities though, because he's very intelligent as well. He's can create from deep and he can move forward with the ball and get into those good positions in the box. So for me, I think so. But someone else also put out Conrad Lima. Look, Conrad Lima is my guy. I wanted us to sign him, but we'll have to wait and see about because his injury record is not that great. But let's get back to the squad that we have already. That's all I got to say, man.
Yeah. Plus, I think Husto is right. I think Tonali loves the Italian culture, and I think he'll probably do like a well, Christian Vieri went Atletico Madrid, but you know I like he just played for all the Italian
Like
teams.
Pirlo.
Yeah, like Pirlo. Yeah, I've got a feeling that he'll probably end up being that type of mold where he'll just play for all the Italians. I've always thought it was weird Italian teams sell to each other. I've always found that strange.
Yeah, that is
Well,
true.
I don't. The rivalry is heated, but they sell to each other. I've never understood.
Because one good example is that Zambrotta, because Zambrotta went to Juventus, then he went to Milan, and then he went. I think he had a little spell at Inter as well. It's like, I think it's just a little bit, It's like us signing. I mean, we had a couple of players. Ben Ayoun's is a very good example. He went to Liverpool, then to Chelsea, then to Arsenal. But he didn't really play that much at Chelsea.
But remember, they're not English though, so they don't really have like a to be Italian and play for all the Italian teams. It would almost be like Lampard or Scholes or one of those boys playing for Man U, Arsenal, and Liverpool. It'd be the weirdest thing in the world.
You could say James Milner.
Yeah.
But then again,
he started at the small club, didn't he?
He played for all the teams that Man United hated, so I give him that. He played for Leeds, City, and Liverpool. I tell you, he just wants to piss on United. That's all I.
It's a weird one, but you're right. Milner might be the closest one who's English. Yeah, you're right. He might be the closest one, but yeah, he never played for Arsenal or Man United, which is where the real rivalry is, though. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. But all right. So, by the way, Adrian, big up yourself, bro, on becoming a member. Big up yourself, bro. And you've definitely got a good members video coming up this week as well. I think I might even do a solo video this week as well. And another thing I just want to say right now as well, quickly, to all our members, big up yourselves as always. For my solo video, I think I already know what I'm going to do it on. If there's anything you want me to do it on, let me know now or hit me up. Be like, Jeff, I'd love for you to talk about this, because we're always looking for you guys to give us inspiration. And we will talk about what you want us to talk about, innit? So hit me up, guys. What do you want me to discuss in the football world? What's going on right now? And do you know what I mean? I'll chop that up. Yeah. Big up yourself, Ash. Big up yourself. All right. So let's get into team selection, bro. I'll go first on the defense, and then let me know in your defense, and then we'll rotate. So I'm going Ali in goal. I'm going Gomez at right back. I'm going Matip and Van Dijk at centre back, and I'm going Tsimikas at left back. How you feeling about that?
Same. You know what? I would have been a little bit cautious about Joe at right back, but this guy's proven it. Like I think in almost every game he's played, he's had a man of the match performance. I'm thinking Watford at home, Nottingham Forest away, and against Newcastle, it was quite decent. I don't know. I don't think he played against Newcastle. Did he play against Newcastle?
Why can't I remember? Yeah.
He did. Oh, yeah, he did. He did. He did. And he had a pretty decent game. Only, I think James Milner had a better game than him. So, yeah. And obviously Naby. So, yeah, for me, I'm happy with Joe at right back. Would I like to see him at centre back where he's preferably played? Yes, but if it means that he gets game time and he's a very good option at right back, I'm taking that all day long.
If I can be as frank as possible, and everybody knows I don't have anything against Trent when I say this, I'm probably the one who bigs up Trent the most out of everyone. I'm more comfortable with Gomez at right back when I know it's a team that we don't necessarily need the creativity to beat than I am with Trent. Like, if we're playing against a team that I know won't be like a low block team or that type of team where the creativity isn't going to be as important and the front players can do the creativity themselves, I'm actually more comfortable with Joey at right back now, if I'm being completely honest with you. Like, say we're playing against, and again, this is no slight on Trent, as I said, say we were playing Bayern Munich or somebody like that, and I saw Joey G at right back, I'm actually more comfortable with that, if I'm being quite honest with you, Ram. Like, I genuinely, I am. I don't know about you, but
I don't know, because I'd say defensively wise, he's better than Trent because I think his positioning and his reading of the game is better than him. But he's also a little bit rash at times. Like, he doesn't let people get past him. unnecessarily. So I wouldn't say that if we had to play against what's it called, against like a Madrid or anyone that has a pros threat against us, I wouldn't play him. But for me, Gomez defensively, I think is better than Trent. But you have to think, is it going to hamper us overall? And I think not having Trent there overall will affect us more than having Joe there. So for me, I still put Trent. I put Trent above him. I think anyone would. But Joe is proven to be a capable deputy. But I do want him to play centre back.
Here's the wickedest thing, bro. He ain't got that Trent whippage. Of course he hasn't. I don't think his crossing is bad enough for it to actually be that much of an issue going forward either, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Do you know what? It's kind of like whenever he's running with the ball, like no one can stop him. Like he's a bulldozer. But he's got that momentum to just whip in a really decent cross. You know, where people, whenever they have the momentum and they just cross it into the box, it ends up being quite a decent cross. I think he has that.
I think his crossing is brilliant, bro. Like it never used to be this good, but clearly Thiago's rubbing off on everybody, bro. Because
literally, man, literally, or
his passing is just improved. You know what I mean? A lot, and I don't know,
you think about it. Nico's crossing was very good as well when he was a right back. It was very
Nico's underrated for his crossing, yeah.
And even Conor Bradley at times, his crossing is quite decent as well. So maybe it's just a Liverpool thing where whenever you play a right back, your crosses are just elevated.
Well, no, I still think Trent is the generation.
yeah, he's the generation.
You know what I mean? Like he's still the one-off. He's still the Infinity Stone. But like the other guys, like I think the crossing only drops by about 30% when Joey plays, which I don't think is a big enough drop for it to be like an issue. Do you get what I mean? Like.
Drift, you're talking about like 95 to 100% to around about 65 to 70%. It's still pretty decent.
It's still good, isn't it? Like it's still good. Like anything over 65% is all right with me, bro. Do you know what I mean? It is what
especially
it is,
for
bro.
A backup as well. Yeah, for me, that's great.
So, a quick conversation I want to have before we move on as well. Now, I've picked the back four. You've agreed with it. But do we have to have that uncomfortable conversation about the fact that Van Dijk might be tiring a bit and he hasn't looked himself? And I watched the goal back for Tottenham. And even though you can blame loads of people, Flacco could have done more, Trent could have done, like you can blame a lot of people. If you go and watch it back, I actually think the two biggest culprits were Van Dijk and Robbo. Robbo was playing everybody on side unbelievably. It was ridiculous how much deeper in the line he was than everybody else. And Kane's pass would have been offside if Robbo had just held the line. And Virgil chased the ball like a school kid. Like if you go and watch it back, bro, he chased the ball like a school kid and completely left Son open in the middle. Ibu is the only one I don't think was at fault for that goal we conceded against Tottenham. If you go and watch it back, everybody else was at fault apart from Ibu. If Van Dijk is starting to make dumb-ass schoolboy mistakes, is he getting tired, bro? And should this maybe be Ibu and Matip and get Van Dijk a week's rest before the FA Cup game?
I wouldn't say so, because I think the main issue with Van Dijk is that I think his lackadaisical. I think it's just one of those where he just has those brain fart moments. Like every centre back has had them. And it's also the case of I don't think it's his form and his recovery. I think it's just the fact that he's just too complacent, too assured of himself. That's the right word. Too assured of himself, and he's like, he doesn't have to bear so much responsibility, which is when you're a centre back for Liverpool, you have to bear a lot of responsibility in our defensive transitions. So,
I mean, as Gene is saying, poor VVD, he's still recovering. Just be fair, he's still trying to get back to top form. Look, I'm not having a go at him. He's been brilliant this season. But for that goal, he was terrible, and I'm wondering if he's tired, because I think he regained his form, Gene, if I'm being honest with you. But now he looks exhausted. And if I'm not mistaken, other than Mane and Mo, he's probably played the most minutes, right?
Mm, especially during AFCON.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, maybe he needs a rest, bro. I can only remember one game we've dropped him this season.
Do you know what?
Other than the League Cup, because none of the big boys play in the League Cup. But with regards to the FA Cup, the Premier League, and the Champions League, I think I can only remember one game we benched Van Dijk this season. Trent, for real, Trent has played.
Spurs.
Do we drop Van Dijk for the Spurs game?
He got COVID.
That's not even rest then, bro. He was ill.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe we need to play Ibu and Matip, you know? Maybe we need to play Ibu and Matip and actually give Van Dijk a game off.
Remember the last time we did that? First thing springs to mind is Tottenham. And defensively, we were all at sea.
Yeah, but we still got a draw. And then when he was back, we got a draw. So, I mean, the way Aston Villa play, is very possession-based. I know they counter-attack now and again, but they're more of a possession-based team. Ollie Watkins, Ibu and Matip can handle Ollie Watkins, bro.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
and that's no shade on Watkins. He's a good player. But those two can handle Watkins without Van Dijk, surely. Tsimikas is actually going to be better than Robbo just because Robbo looks knackered.
I need to ask you, Drift. Have you ever seen a left-back who's left-footed, who's actually competent with their right foot?
No, I haven't.
Than Tsimikas. Because
Tsimikas' right foot for a left-footed player is brilliant, bro.
It's so good. Like,
normally, lefties have got no right foot whatsoever. He's brilliant with his right foot.
Like,
he put two crosses in against Tottenham with his right foot, and they were good crosses, bro.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Even for a tactical situation, subbing on Tsimikas for Robbo gives us a little bit of difference.
And with Gomez and this is no shade on Trent again, but with Gomez and Tsimikas playing with Ibu and Matip, not just make us more solid defensively anyway. That Van Dijk ain't playing, but the other players are more defensive, meaning we'll still be all right. Do you get what I mean?
Ibu and Joe have had a little bit of game time together, so they know each other a little bit. So it can work. It can work. I actually think it might be the right game to drop Van Dijk, because away at Southampton, for some weird reason, feels more scary to me than away at Villa. I don't know if you lot agree with me and if I'm just going off of their history this season, but Southampton away is a tricky ass game. And like a lot of teams come unstuck with that Southampton away, you know. So I'm thinking maybe Villa away might be the better game to do it. I don't know. I might back it. Especially with Southampton with Armando Broja, who's very quick and very dominant. I'll probably play Matip and Ibu for that game.
It'll be interesting. Now, I'll let you start with the midfield, bro.
Midfield. I would play. Keita's definitely playing. Keita will be playing this game. That is for sure.
Quick question for you, Ram. Who's worse, Mings or Maguire?
Oh, my days. Are easy.
Do you want me to slap with my left hand or my right hand?
literally they're literally the same player, but one's left-footed, one's right-footed. That's how bad.
Do you want to know what? Yeah, people might think I'm being stupid. I would actually pick Maguire out of the two if he had to play for Liverpool,
because he's better with the ball.
I just think Mings is just worse. I just think Mings is worse, bro. I don't know. I just do.
I get that, man. I get that. He's just.
But that is a very mad. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard.
I'll play Keita. I'll play Jones. Who's playing CDM though?
Right, you're going full rotation, yeah?
I don't want Thiago playing. especially with John McGinn and Douglas Luiz playing this game. Like those guys are, they're rough.
I think people are going to be shocked at what I say.
I'll play Hendo, Curtis, and Keita.
I'm going Everton and Man United midfield.
What? Hendo, Thiago,
Hendo, Keita, Millie.
Hendo, Keita, Millie. I forgot about Millie. Now I'll play Jones.
Now hear me out. People are going to go, no, Drift, no. If you actually think about the games we've played in with those three, we've actually performed really well. We've actually performed. We've done that 3 times and we performed well. We actually have. I'm going with that midfield. And I'm keeping Naby, Thiago, and Flacco fresh for the FA Cup final.
Oh, just start Naby.
In the FA Cup final, yeah, I would. I mean, talk to me because that might change daily because I'm thinking, do you not play your captain in a cup final? So that might change daily and I might change my mind. But at the moment, I'm going with Naby, Thiago, and Flacco to start the game in the FA Cup. And I'm bringing in Millie for this game. And look, Millie ain't let us down once, guys. Millie has not let us down once.
Not Curtis.
I don't think Curtis has got enough momentum right now. That's the only thing. Because you've got Elliott as well. You've got Taki. You've got a lot of players who are good. Even Ox to a degree. But they've got no momentum in them. Like, they haven't played for so long. This ain't the time of the season to play the players who ain't got the momentum. Do you know what I mean? If I'm being completely honest with you, and this is no bias, Origi's the only one I reckon you can literally throw in cold and he'll still be able to give you something. I think the others need a bit of momentum. So considering we haven't seen Taki since the semi-final of the League Cup, which is kind of criminal to be honest.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Ox since beginning of February.
Is that criminal, Drift?
A little bit, especially after how well he played in January. He played well in January, bro. Let's be real. He played well in January.
Winger. As a right winger.
Look, Salah's out on his feet right now, bro. Let's be real.
True.
Aston Villa away, an Ox with a bit of form in his legs playing out wide right won't be the worst thing in the world for an hour. And then maybe bring Mo on with half an hour if we need a goal. Like he performed during AFCON, bro. Like he did. Nobody can say he didn't because he did. I think he got 2 assists and a goal during January.
He could have been useful against Tottenham.
Exactly. So I just think we got to have faith in Millie, man. And if it's not working after 50 minutes or an hour, then maybe change it up. But that's the midfield I would go. I'd go Hendo, Millie, and Naby for that game.
I'd go Hendo, Naby, and Jones. I think I just need a little bit more energy in midfield. Someone who can get around the pitch. And I think Jones can do that just a little bit better than Millie. I'll bring on Millie to see out the game for me.
Fair dues. I ain't got a problem with that. I knew I'd get some pushback on it. But here's the wickedest thing. Everybody always sees Millie and gets a little bit, then after the game, we're like, Millie was good today.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got the faith in Millie, man. I know he's 36, but forget that. AJ nothing but a number. Just forget that for a minute. Like, you know what I mean?
I think also this game, I think the midfield won't be pressing as much. So Jones will have a little bit more time on the ball, which I think would benefit him.
Do you know what's annoying me, bro, right? Is Gerrard has started to play Buendia instead of
Coutinho
because he's realised Coutinho's tired. It means Buendia's finding form because obviously he scored a brace against Burnley. Yeah. But not only that, now if he does play Coutinho's rested. So it will be a fresher Coutinho. That's not what we need. We don't need a fresh Coutinho, bro.
No, thank you. We're all right, mate.
And what worries me, if you play Jones in there, is he won't help out as much as Millie would to contain whether it be Buendia or Coutinho.
But I don't think Coutinho will start this game.
But even if it's Buendia, you still got to contain him, bro. He's still a brilliant
Mm.
player in finding pockets of space. So I think Millie would be a lot better than that Jones. That's the only reason why I think Jones would make less sense than Millie. But again, I don't have an issue with it. All right, forwards. Now this is real techie, bro, because in my opinion, Mane,
Is Firmino fit?
he's trained 3 days, Klopp said. Full training. He's had 3 full training sessions.
Go on, Jeff.
Now,
Give you a line.
in my opinion, Ram, I think every single front player needs a rest. I think Diaz needs a rest, Mane needs a rest, and Salah needs a rest. We can't afford to rest all 3, though. So,
Yes, we can.
So, what would you go? Jota left, Origi down the middle, Elliot on the right? Or would you bring Bobby in and play a diamond and Bobby sits behind the two? Talk to me. What are you doing?
Origi on the left,
Oh,
Shot on the right, and Bobby in the middle.
bro, it's not a League Cup game.
I'm telling you. No. Hang on.
Bro, that's a home 3rd round League Cup game against Preston, bro.
No. Trust. No, wait. I think with the type of defenders that they have, I think the most important thing is just movement. Movement is all we need. Bobby's movement and Jota's movement is there, and Origi is he's the Lord. It's Lord Origi. He does whatever he wants. So I think I don't want to put Elliot, because Elliot right wing. Oh my god, Elliot right wing at Nottingham Forest was.
All right, we just spoke about how he's completely out of tune, but the quality is still in there. Why don't we go Taki right, Jota left, Origi down the middle?
Take out Origi and put in Bobby.
I think we need to go for it.
I think we need a link-up play for it.
Yeah, I hear that, but he's only been in training 3 days, Ram, after being out for nearly a month. Origi, I think this has Origi still got a moment left in him written all over it, bro.
What he's seeing.
Tyrone Mings trying to mark Origi's a problem. Kwanzaa ain't even playing that good recently.
One thing I definitely want. Jota is playing this game. That his movement off the ball will cause a problem for Konsa and Mings, because they're more like a man-to-man kind of marking kind of players. But Jota's not that kind of guy. He will drift off and off and off. He'll run into you. He'll run off you. He'll do whatever the hell he wants. So for me, yeah.
You know what? My bad.
What's up?
To Tony. That was a complete mistake. I was trying to save your super chat, bro.
It's done it again, man.
Yeah, I hate the way this thing moves, man. I really do. And I'm trying to figure out, how do you unblock someone? I actually don't know.
I'm sorry, Tony. If you're still watching, Tony, is just.
Do you know what, Tony? I tell you what, Tony. Tony's super chat was, "Is the league done?" That was the question. That
Vel just
oh,
said
brilliant. Hey, you know what? Hey, mods, big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Big up your damn selves.
Big up yourself. Yeah. Do you know what? Apologies for that. It did it. I remember it did it to Jamrock. For some reason, it moved so quickly. You go to star it, and it just moves, and then you accidentally press the wrong thing.
Yeah, it does that. It does.
Yeah. No, hey, mods, big up yourselves. Big up yourselves for that. Still. Let me just make sure I star this one. Flip here now.
Yeah, but
Tony's back in the building though. Yeah, Tony's back in the building. Cool.
Tony's question is: the league over?
Yes.
Go on, Drift. You say it.
Yeah. If we're being logical and I can only give you yes or no, I will say yes. Can a miracle still happen? Of course it can. But if you literally just need me to be logical with a yes or a no, the league's gone, because they've got to drop points in 2 of the games out of the 3 now, not just 1, 2. You're really, really optimistic if you think City are going to drop points in 2 games out of 3 when they've been this good all season. But look, we'll see in it.
Oi, just to on my views, logically, realistically, and is we're not gonna win it. We're not gonna win it. I think City they just have that momentum in them. But I've seen a lot more stupider stuff happen to Liverpool Football Club, and we've gone through it. So
You're right. And remember, we was talking about this. Big up, Mark. We was talking about this off camera. Remember, and I said to you all the examples you were giving me though. Liverpool had the game in their control, or it was in our hands. This isn't in our hands. Let me give you a little bit of optimism, and then I'm sure I'll end up having to talk about this again tonight. If West Ham can pull off any form of result, whether it be a win or it be a draw, and we are within touching distance going into that final game, there's 1 or 2 points in it going into that final game, possibly Man City could feel enough pressure. Possibly Man City could feel enough pressure for Aston Villa to maybe get a draw out of that game. But if Man City beat Wolves, I don't think it matters because I don't see Villa being the one to be able to do anything. So Wolves and West Ham are the only teams. So if they beat Wolves, it doesn't matter whether West Ham beat them. Their goal difference is so superior to us that they'll win it on goal difference. And I tell you now, bro, I know this might sound like a really stupid thing to say, but I don't think I can live with losing the league on goal difference. I just don't. I think that would burn me till the end of my days to know that we lost a league title on goal difference. Bloody hell, bro.
I can't live with that as well. I see a lot of people having a lot of faith though, but
you know what? Have the faith.
Realism.
I have no issue with you having faith.
Yeah. The realism
I have no
is
issue with you having faith.
It's not going to happen. I said at this said it in January. I have 0-1 settings. It was 0-1 settings for me. I think we could do the League Cup, the FA Cup, and the Champions League.
And I tell you what, don't let anybody downplay that treble if that's what we end up doing. It is the best treble possible in terms of your cups because you won every cup. And if anybody tries to diss it, just let them. Literally. It's never been done before.
Only team that can, only season that sort of eclipses that is what's it called? United's 99, because City lost to Tottenham in the quarterfinals.
Man United's 99 treble will be a better treble, of course it would.
Yeah.
But this is a different treble.
But I'm talking about season overall.
Oh no. I think if we was, I know this is gonna sound like I'm being stupid, and if you don't agree with me, fair enough. Say we did lose on the final day on goal difference, yeah, and won all the cups. That's a better season because that means that we was only goal difference away from doing a quadruple.
Yeah, because we was first, and second for the league and everything else.
And the second in the league is only on a technicality because if you got the same points, technically you're not. Do you know what? There's a part of me that believes that goal difference is probably the most. It's the worst way to lose anything. I think it's worse than losing on penalties.
Goals scored is the worst way to lose. But then again, because the whole point is, if you have the same goal difference, we could use the argument that we stopped more teams from conceding against us than we have scored against them.
Yeah, it's a very techie conversation, isn't it?
I think if we draw on goal difference, I think, in my opinion, a playoff has to be played.
Yeah, on paper, Man United's treble will look better because it's paper. If you add context to it, our treble would be better if we lost the league on goal difference. But when people look at the history books, they only look at what it says. And if it says a Premier League and a Champions League, that looks better, innit? But at the end of the day, ain't nobody downplaying a cup treble to me. Ain't nobody downplaying a cup treble to me. I couldn't give two shits what anybody says. We'll try and win the league again next year, innit? Fuck it. Like,
what about this? A good question from Christos. Which is better, domestic treble or cup treble?
Cup treble.
Really?
Yeah. because for me, if you're going to do a treble, the Champions League kind of adds more gloss. I prefer winning the Premier League, but I think if you're going to look at a treble from a glamorous point of view, I think the Champions League adds more gloss. But that's just me. That's just me. If we did a domestic treble, I'll be over the fucking moon, bro. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
I'll be over the moon.
But the one thing I'll say though, because people were saying it on Twitter last night, every kid's dream is to either win the World Cup or the Champions League.
I think the Premier League is a harder trophy to win across one season. If you think about 38 games compared to 11, I think it is, or 13 to win the Champions League. But if you think about how many players have never won the Champions League, I don't even know if that argument is logical.
It's true.
You got people like the greatest player of all time, Ronaldo, who's won the league, but he's never won the Champions League.
But if we're talking about players, I don't count trophies as the big thing, because we'll say that Totti wasn't a great player or Batistuta wasn't a great player.
No, what I mean, bro, is if we go on the premise the league is harder to win than the Champions League, which a lot of people believe, how did somebody like R9 never get a Champions League? Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, Mateus didn't win a Champions League.
So this is what I mean. Like, but anyway, we'll get back. We've had a lot. I love it, but we've had a lot of tangents. So let's round up. Let's round up. Sorry. Let's round up this. It was an emotional weekend. Front three. Who you going with, bro? Let's finish this up.
Front three. You know what? I won't go back to what I said for Origi, Jota. I'll go Jota, Origi. I don't want to play him. I'll play Mane on the right, sub him off, and then put Diaz and on the left after half time.
So you go Mane right, Origi down the middle, Jota left.
Yeah.
I see the logic in that. Yeah.
Then
I see the logic in that.
And sub off Mane, bring on Diaz, and put Jota on the right and Diaz on the left.
I see the logic in that. I see that. I'd probably go with Taki, but I see the logic in starting Mane there because he's in form. So, well, there you have it, peeps. Let us know what you think in the comments if you're watching after. Big up everyone who's been in the chat. Smash that like button.
People have spoken to me saying, "Why are you not putting Taki in the team?" I'm like,
yeah, I know, bro. Look, you can't be if you're on Kopish and you're down playing Taki, you're in a world of hurt, bro. I'm telling you.
I know, man. I know.
Just finish up with a couple of these supers. Big up to everyone who supered in as well today, guys. Mario says, "No Diaz, Stones, and Walker. 20 is coming."
Easy now.
Hashtag Mega Pint.
Just to say, yeah, they have a very good record with Zinchenko playing left back.
Yeah, they do. The only thing I'm thinking is with Laporte being the most out of form of the three centre backs and the one who's made the most mistakes this season, putting Ake next to him isn't exactly the most settling thing in the world if you're a Man City fan. That's all I'll say, because they're both left-footed. Two left-footed centre backs does not work.
Ake is a better left back than he's a centre back, in my opinion.
Yeah, but then who are you going to play at centre back then, bro?
That's what I'm saying. If you play Ake at centre back, I wouldn't be too, optimistic if I'm a City fan.
Oh, so you're not necessarily. Hold on, I just done it again. What the? Has Maven been blocked?
It looks like it, man.
Has Maven been blocked? My end's gone a bit funky. Mods, if Maven was just blocked accidentally, please unblock him. It's moving mad again. Yeah. Mark, if you're still in the chat, unblock him, please, bro. I don't know what is going on. And I don't even know what his super chat said now. I'm really annoyed at that. This system needs to be sorted out. Jamrock here says, Man City is down to Laporte, Fernandinho, and Ake. Oh no, Marvin's still there. Marvin. So we're just thank God for that. Marvin, just put in your super chat without it being a super then, bro. Because I can't find it in the chat anymore, bro. So just put it in without it being in there. What was your super chat, bro? Oh, Costa saying they might play Fernandinho at centre back while putting Ake. No, surely Zinchenko just playing left back just makes sense. He does it all the time, surely.
They played Fernandinho centre back and they won the majority of their games.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago though. He's a much older player now, so
I don't know, man. I really
look how we're clutching. You see what I'm saying about it's not good to hope that something happens that you got no control of. We're just clutching here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
All we can hope for, I beg, if Cal's watching this, Cal, you best be watching this. Just call up your boy Neto, man. Just call him up. Look, I'll do my part. I'll call up Matty Cash to throw this game against Liverpool and then do his thing against City. But please call your boy Neto and tell him to do the job, man. Do the job. I beg to God.
Look, it is the system, not me. It's moving slow. I'm not moving slow. The system is moving slow. Give me a break, man. Maven, big up yourself, bro, said the super chat was, I'm depressed at the fact that Newcastle rolled over for City. Bro, rolled over's not the word, bro. 1% possession and no passes completed in the second half. That's not rolling over, bro. That's match fixing, bro.
Bro,
but
that's like...
We move, innit?
I'm not going to say it.
We move. I'm sorry. I genuinely believe we could put a Kop-Ish 11 together and complete one pass against Man City. Like, I don't even think I'm being out. We could put a Kop-Ish 11 together and complete one pass against Man City.
Probably. Well,
isn't the goalkeeper to the centre back a pass?
Well, it is.
So they didn't even do that.
Nah, I mean,
what? What? Bro, how can you play 45 minutes of football as a professional and not complete one pass?
I don't know, man.
No, I'm sorry. That's unacceptable. That is absolutely unacceptable. But anyway, let us know what you lot are feeling, guys. What would your starting lineup be for the Villa game? I know we went on a couple of tangents, but that's what we do. We give you extra content. We will be back at 7 o'clock. So it's not even long, guys. We'll be back at 7 o'clock for Monday night show, where you know it's going to get a bit sticky, icky. Ooh, ooh. So, you know what I mean? Tune in for that one. And again, make sure you go and support Ram as well. He's been stepping in. He's actually been Premier League, Liverpool Premier Show royalty this season. You know what I mean? So I'm going to have to get a bottle of Bobby over to Ram.
I'm doing my job on loan, man. I'm doing my job, you know. Had a little bit of a concussion, a little bit of a thigh strain, but I'm back on my feet. That's what
it's a Coutinho low move, bruv. It's gone well. It's going very well.
Yeah.
It's going very well. You know what I mean? So let's you know what I mean? Let's hope for that W, man. Let's hope for that W, and let's see if we can push this dream of possible slip-ups from Man City. But we'll see you at 7, guys. Smash the like button on the way out. And one last thing as well, guys. As I've said before, I'll say again, FansBet is the company that we are sponsored by. Hold on. This thing's still moving mad. We are sponsored by FansBet. Brilliant betting company, guys. Links in the description. Make sure you get over there and bet £10 and get £30 in free bets, plus 10 free spins on your registration. And check out the Twitter page, and we will have a lot of exclusives for you. First to score, how many goals there'll be, how many cards, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you support FansBet through us, guys, and hit that link in the description. So until later, Rams, it's been a pleasure as always, bro. Make sure you go and support Rams as well, guys. As you can see, his title's right there. Make sure you go follow him, hit him up. We will be back at 7, people. Let me see if this thing's going to crash on me again. Nah, it should be all right. Big up again, people. All the super chats, everyone in chat. Smash the like button on the way out, and we'll see you in a bit. Peace.
Peace.